Episode of Big Fish TV, and today what I'm going to do is a tournament prep day, and I'm just going to show you what I'm going to fish with at the tournament tomorrow. I fish with my local school, and we fish four lakes. We fish Lake Blackshear, Lake Tobesofkee, Lake Sinclair, and Lake Jackson. And what we're going to do is we're going to fish Lake Blackshear this time, and I'm just going to show you what I'm going to fish with and how I'm going to fish it. So let's get started. First, what I'm going to fish with is the rattle trap. And this is I showed this in my video the other day. It is, it's the crawfish color. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it out there and wind and maybe pull it a little bit. And just, probably just work it really slow and in a straight line. And maybe get a few pauses and stops and stuff. And I'm fishing this on a medium heavy action 7-foot rod with an Abu Garcia Silver Max in 6:4-to-1 gear ratio. I always like to fish a slow gear ratio for my crankbaits just so I can feel it a whole lot better, and it forces me to slow them down. And next up is the spinnerbait. And the reason I'm fishing the spinnerbait so early is because we've had some warm weather here and the water has started to warm up. And so the fish have, started chasing stuff a little bit more. And this is in a shad color. This is a Booyah 3/4 ounce or 3/8 of an ounce. And it's got a fluke. It's got a fluke, swimming fluke on the back by Zoom. And I'm fishing this on a 6.6 with a Fluger 6:4-to-1 gear ratio. Again, with something like this that moves fast, if you reel it fast, you want to have a slower gear ratio. So, and then next, I'm going to fish the Texas rig. And my prediction is this is what's going to pick up the first few fish. And it's, once again, I covered this in the video. It's a Strike King rodent with an 1/8 of an ounce weight and a bobber stop on there. I like to fish the bobber stop with this rodent because it just holds the weight there and it makes it look more natural. And this is in blue crawl, one of my favorite colors that Strike King makes. And it's on a 6.6 Abu Garcia Revo SX, and it's in 6:4-1 gear ratio. And it helps me catch up, right? It helps me set the hook a whole lot better. And this bait's meant to work slow. And next is the underspin. And this is on a 7-foot rod and a 7:1-to-1 gear ratio Quantum Pro Tour performance tune. And it's the underspin. And what I like to do with this is just crank it or throw it out there and then wind it back in. Maybe stop it a little bit, like 5 foot from the boat. I'll stop it and let it fall down to the bottom, because most of the time, or sometimes, what will happen is the fish will follow it and he won't hit it until it gets right up to the boat. And sometimes you'll see him and he won't even touch it. He'll just be following it. So you want to, like 5 foot from the boat, you just stop it, or jerk it really hard or something. Just give it a little bit of action to make him hit it, to cause that reaction strike. And next up is the crankbait. And this is on my 7-foot Fenwick HMG, and it's a 6:2-to-1. Yeah, 6:2-to-1. And I like a really slow gear ratio on my crankbaits, just so it forces me to slow down. And this is the hand painted one I showed in the video. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it out there in, I think this one runs 12 foot, so I'm going to throw it in like 10 foot of water. And I'm just going to crank and wind. I'm going to throw it out there and let it dig into the bottom and just, knock into structure and everything that's around the bottom. And the fish will usually hit it when it hits structure. And a good tip, when the fish are maybe a little bit dormant, is when you bump it into structure, stop it, because the fish are going to be around structure when the water's cold. And next up is the Carolina rig. Now this, I haven't really looked at the lake lately. I think the temperature is going to be around 55 degrees. But if it's any colder, I'm going to find some deep water and I'm going to throw this Carolina rig. As you can see, it's just this might be a 1/2 ounce weight and a swivel and then a EWG hook and a lizard. And it's about a 2-foot leader, a 2.5 foot leader. And it's just a lizard. You Texas rig it, or you weedless hook it and just drag it along the bottom. Next up is the umbrella rig. And what I'm going to do this I'm just going to crank and wind. I'm going to throw it out there and pull it really slow. And once again, just like the underspin, kind of stop it. And then, you know, jerk it around. And this is on my 7.4 heavy cranking rod. And it's made by Tour, it's Quantum. And it's the Tour KVD version. And it's the loose speed spool. And it's a 7 1-to-1 gear ratio. And all I do is I throw it out there and let it come through. And it's got the spinners on it. This is the Umbrella Flash Mob. And it's got 3 Bass Pro ball shads in Sexy Shad and then Natural Shad. And then it's got 2 cream, those are cream Mr. Fishies with little red tails on them and a jig head. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it out there and stop it. That's all. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down in the comment section what you want to see. I'm going to try and do one of these every tournament. So just comment what else you want to see. Like I said, I'm going to get a fishing video out. I'm trying to find some good fishing spots so I can make some good footage for y'all. So tune in next time. And like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good day.